I have been there and I have done that. So I know what this is like. I know what it can do to your emotions. I know what it can do to your families because I've lived it. What is going on with all this financial fear these days? There is financial fear everywhere. There's like federal budget stuff. And gosh, like there wasn't enough fear already before we actually had the election. Now it's going down the rabbit holes that are creating more fear. And this is exactly why in my first book, The Emotion Behind Money, my subtitle is Build Your Wealth from the Inside Out, so that all these things in the environment around us, whether it's the political scene, maybe potentially a war, is a recession, not a recession, what does that mean to my employer? What does that mean to me? So that's why I'm going live today, because it is thick out there. Those fear wavelengths about people's money today is in full throttle, like full throttle. And so I really want to make sure that I'm opening up the dialogue. So by all means, you guys can put some questions in there and put some chats. Again, I am Julie Murphy, and I am a financial planner and have been for over 25 years. So I've been through a few recessions. I did not come from money. I learned how to not only become income affluent by paying my own way through college, and then figured out how to be asset affluent and insulated myself. So I have been there and I have done that. So I know what this is like. I know what it can do to your emotions. I know what it can do to your families because I've lived it. I want to talk about particularly how does one insulate themselves with all the financial fear that's going on there right now? You know, last night I was actually listening to, I'm a geek like this. So I love figuring out solutions to problems, and I love having less money being spent in ways that I don't necessarily agree with, which I'm sure there's many of you guys that are watching that would have different opinions on how you agree to it and how you don't agree to it and how should it go. Well, I was watching this one video because a lot of the questions I get these days is like, well, is Social Security even going to be around anymore? Well, it may or may not, but whether it is or it isn't, one of the things that I was watching is how the federal government right now has payments going out for people from 100 to 110 of about $6 million. From 110 to 120 years old, they've got just under $6 million going out a year. From age 120 to 130, they have payments going to people who are of that age in the United States that are even older than that. It went all the way up to pretty much to like 210, 220 years old, that there were millions of dollars going out the door on an annual basis, which just tells me there's inefficiencies in the system. So when we're looking at our own futures, whether Social Security is going to be there, whether Social Security gets cleaned up or not, guess what? That should be irrelevant. Consider it like a bonus extra. Yes, you've paid into the system. Yes, you deserve to get out of the system. I understand all of that, but we have got to not get hung up any longer on all the stuff outside. Now, it's important. I'm not saying it's not important, but I'm saying what's first and foremost is to insulate yourself from all those other things. Because if you focus on all those other things, guess what's going to happen? You're going to wind up being in that pile of poop with those people. It's like when I tell people on their financial plans that you have to clean up your financial past, which are your debts, while you're also trying to live in the present moment with your cash flows, the money coming in and the money going out. And then you've got your financial future, which is, you know, insulating yourself with some emergency reserves, get your kids to college if you've got them, and retire yourself. And so many times we don't know what to do, right? Do you want to experience free coaching based on my 25 plus years as being a financial planner and ask me any question that you want to ask me to help you get past that hurdle in your financial world? I run these free workshops every other month to start to open you up, to start to help you get to this next place. The information for my free workshop, click the link below and register, and I'll see you on the next workshop.